Hi everyone and welcome to my place. I am very, very, very sorry, a million times sorry. I have had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of requests from you all of you girls that, and of course boys that are interested in sewing. I said I would finish the cape and I didn't, but anyway, here it is. Isn't it fantastic? I absolutely love it. Little buttons on, I've done the little slits here for my hands to go through. Beautifully lined, it's been hung, it's been pressed, and I diligently hand sewed to do the finishing. So let's just have a look at how to finish the cape and why it is important when I use that word hand stitch, hand slip, why you need to do that. Right, putting that to one side. Remember I did two at one time. This is the red one, it's all finished as well, it's been hung. But when you look into the instructions, as I have said 3 times, finish arm openings as follows. Working on one half of the opening at a time, reach through opening and lining seam and pull pin edges to arm opening out. You'll know what I mean when you get into it. Work right size matching large dots. Remember we did the dots. Slip stitch opening edge together between the large dot. Back stitch at large dots to reinforce. Finish other half of opening in same matter, and then you push it all through. Now by all of that, for those of you who are a bit lost, let me just tell you that you can sew it with the sewing machine, which is what I have done on this side, and you will notice that this is all gapey and it's all baggy. Look at that there, see that there? This has happened because this stretches this way, and the lining doesn't stretch anyway. Now you can do what the manufacturer or the designer from Project Runway said. I love this pattern, but the best way forward is to spend a bit of time and hand sew it into place. Right, by that, here we are over this side here, and what I've done is I've turned over my seam allowance and I've done it on the other side, I've done it here on this side, and I've done it on the other. That there needs to be absolutely perfect. If your seam allowance is 2 centimetres, every single stitch or pressed seam has to be to the same measurements, otherwise you're going to get it all gapey and it won't fit together. Right, working from the wrong side, what you need to do is to go into here and join that to there like so. Get a pin and pin it there, and make sure that that bit, that seam there and that seam there are together, because if you don't, it's not going to sit properly. Then go down to the other end and do it again, and just give that just a little pull up to just make sure that everything is all neat and tidy and that there's not hanging over, and if it is, just give it a wee tug up until it does. Pin that to there, and then going into here, go to the middle, make sure that they are even, go to the middle. I'm going to use a big pin so that you can see what I mean. Put that there, come along, do exactly the same, making sure that the top portion of the fabric is going more towards the back or to the lining. Put another one there, and then turn the whole thing around and do it again. So making sure that all of this is the same length. Now, as I said, see that there? See how there's that width and then that is that width? If you don't get those right to the same length, honestly, you're going to hate your finish. So take that into the middle like I've done. And I always like to go for the middle and then go to the side here, push that into there like that. In fact, you could possibly get a wee bit more into there. And as you're doing it, just sort of like gently just give it a wee pull like that to make sure that it's all balanced and it's even on both sides. Taking that into there, another pin. And now, before you do anything, just make sure that that is all neat and flat, because it's the finishing bits that you do at this stage that's going to make your garment look like somebody's done it with a bit of love, and you'll be proud to wear it, because I tell you, there is nothing worse than wearing something and it's like it doesn't sit properly. Right, once you've done that, get a needle and thread, because I can see that that's all right. And the other thing is that if you're still not quite happy with that, just put a nice cloth onto that, a damp, like a face cloth or a tea towel or a handkerchief, and then give that a gentle little press down there to make sure that it's all neat and tidy. Right, sewing from the reverse, just going up into here, and it's just a matter of threading your needle through there, and just as they say on the pattern, just a little slip stitch through to there like that. Oops, and this is where you get all mucked up and it gets all tight, twisted up. I'll take that out of there so that I can get that, and then just gently just hand sew all the way along here like this, picking up a little bit of fabric as you go, and then just pulling that tight until you get right to the other end. And there we have it. I'll show you on mine what I mean by neatly done, again just to make sure that we're all on the same page. There's mine that's all been hand sewed down like so. You could actually top stitch that if you wanted to in a contrasting colour, but I think it's just fine just as it is. And just to go back and reiterate why you need to be doing that, when you see this, see how this is all, or I call, the word I'm looking for is huckery, all huckered and puckered up and seriously not sitting very even and balanced at all. So there it should look like that when it's finished, and I know it would be easier to just get it on the sewing machine and whiz around it, but trust me, a little bit of time spent now is going to make all the difference to your completed article. Thanks for watching, and I hope I've helped you with lots of questions, and I have more sewing coming very soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.